guys, today I'm going to review The Last of the Firedrakes by Farah Oomerbhoy. I have no idea if I said that name correctly, but I tried. As always, a short disclaimer at the beginning. I received this book through Netgalley in exchange for an honest review, and that is what it is. It is my own opinion. Nobody told me to say the things that I'm going to say. The Last of the Firedrakes is a debut novel, and it is the first book in a series called the Avalonia Chronicles. The main genre is YA fantasy, and it has a magic concept. It involves lots of fae, but also lots of other fantastical creatures and mythological creatures, so there's definitely something for everyone. The story of The Last of the Firedrakes is about 16-year-old Aurora, who lives in our very normal world, and she doesn't really have a nice life. Her adoptive parents are not the nicest. She's bullied in school, and she basically just waits for an opportunity to break free. One day she gets kidnapped though, and suddenly finds herself in a very new magical world, and it is full of adventure but also full of dangerous things, and a kind of evil queen is ruling the whole world and wants to destroy everyone who is standing in her way. In the novel, Aurora learns a lot about the world, about the seven kingdoms in this magical world, and also about her past, and that she is maybe more connected to this world than she originally thought. Once again, I tried to keep the summary short, and I think it is quite enough. I think by now you should have an idea if this sounds interesting to you or not. I have to say that I personally went into it not really knowing too much about it. I kind of saw the cover, was pretty much mesmerized by it. I of course read the summary before requesting it, but I requested it so early on that at the point where I read it, I wasn't really sure about what it was about anymore. So I definitely kind of went into it not knowing too much about it, and I did not have any expectations at all. I was very pleasantly surprised. I have to say that I really liked the story. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Funnily enough, it reminded me of Harry Potter with a female protagonist. It is very different. The world is completely different, but in the course of the story, I was just reminded of Harry Potter at a few parts, but I did not feel like it copied anything from it. I just feel like that maybe people who really like Harry Potter and are searching for something similar with a female protagonist, that you might enjoy this book. It's just that for me personally, I could never really get the thought out of my head. If you read the book, let me know if you had the same feelings about it. I have to be honest with you that I can't really say bad things about this novel. I personally gave it 4 out of 5 stars instead of 5, just because there was lots of world building involved, which I personally really like, but that just kind of kept me from being like 100% involved in the story. Also, I still have this problem with a female protagonist that are around 16. I just can't ever really like them. I do have to say that in this novel I really like the development of the main character. She made lots of mistakes, she said lots of dumb things, but you could really see that she learned from her mistakes, and I thought that was very important, and it is an important message to carry in such a book. I also found there were lots of other very interesting characters. I really liked or hated every character. I, had the emotions for the character that one should have for this character. And there were just so many interesting different characters, and I just really wanted to find out more about every single one of them. I found the world building to be completely necessary, and I definitely enjoyed what was told about the world, and I wanted to read more about it. I wanted to find out more about it. I thought that it was a very well built world, and I also really thought the magic system was super interesting. There's different magic systems in this world, and there's just many things to find out, and I really like if we start in the first book with getting lots of information, but knowing there's so much more information to get about the world. Especially in this case, where we, just as in Harry Potter, go with kind of the muggle person into this world. So we have the point of view of a person who also does not know anything about this world at all. She asks the same questions that we ask ourselves, and I always really like that. All in all, I really enjoyed The Last of the Firedrakes. I am very happy I requested it through Netgalley, though I am kind of upset I have to wait so long for the sequel now. I definitely thought that the ending of the first book was totally okay, but it also left you with wanting a lot more, and I am definitely hooked on this series. I can't wait for the sequel. I wish I could read it right now. I have very high hopes for the rest of the series, and yeah, just really happy about it, and that is basically all I can say. But one thing I always like to mention in my reviews is romance, because I know there's lots of people out there who don't really enjoy that, and for me personally it is always rather a point that leads to liking the book a lot more, so I like to mention that. And this book involved romance, who would have thought? But I have to say that I thought in this book it was very interesting and very well done, and something that I haven't really read in quite a while. It was very different from other romances, I personally think. And even though we can find romantic aspects very early on in the novel, I did not think that it was insta-lovey. I actually thought that it was a very nice developed romance, and the chemistry between the two characters that kind of fell in love in the course of this novel was actually pretty good, and I definitely think the romance was very well done. And that is all of my review from The Last of the Firedrakes by Farah Oomerbhoy. Oh my god. We need a channel that talks about author names. Like an author name guideline. That would be so awesome. Anyway, let me know if you are interested in reading the book, and yeah, just thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!